Welcome. We are live. Well, we are not live tonight. I am live tonight. Welcome to the Academy Sports Show. My mom is here. Hey, mama, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Academy Sports Show, everybody. I'm your host, Joel Williams, and I am riding solo dolo tonight, everybody. So, hey, man, let's get it in. Get in here. I'm gonna wait, let everybody join the show. I see these people coming in. Make sure you shout out, make sure you say hello, make sure you let me know you're here so I can shout you out. But yes, I'm riding solo dolo tonight. Dre is absent this evening. He's probably going to check in most likely, but he's out doing grown up things. He's adulting, running errands because we are leaving town. We are going away. We are getting away. We are running away. Nah, in all reality, we're going to be a support. My son is traveling this weekend to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. So we will be heading there this weekend for the Rocky Top 7-on-7 Classic. So I'm solo tonight. I'm going to hold it down while Drake gets his life together so he can ride too. Welcome to the show, everybody. We appreciate you joining us tonight. Remember, you can always follow us on Facebook, on Instagram at Academy Sports Show. You can also follow me personally on Facebook at Joel Williams. You can follow Dre at Andre Douglas. You can also find us on Instagram as well. Did I already say that? But most of all, you want to make sure you check us out on AKA the YouTube. Check us out all the time there on the YouTube where you can see us, you can know us, and you can subscribe to us and trigger that bell. I'm on my own tonight, like I said, and the bell is with me, so I don't have to time up any hands hitting the table. You can trigger that bell. You always know when we go live. You always know when we're here. You can always join us because it is your sports show's favorite sports show. So, like I said, man, make sure you shout us out. Let me know you're here. Let me know you're in the building so I can shout you out. And I need you tonight. I need you to talk back to me. I need you to get with me tonight so I can know what's going on out there in the sports world. Great show ahead for you tonight, man. It's going to be a quick one. I'm just going to roll right through it. As always, we got trivia night. We got that ready to go. As always, we got what to mean. But we're going to get into a couple of things tonight. Got a couple of things to talk about. We're going to recap the NBA All-Star game. I want to find out, what did you guys think about it? Also, slam dunk contest, 3-point contest. Thoughts on that? I'll give you mine. I watched the highlights because it didn't take the time to actually stay and do the whole Saturday night vibe as I've done in the past. Wasn't really excited this year, but it was pretty entertaining, I have to admit, which the NBA always does a good job of doing that. Also, it's mid-season, man. The NBA is back live and in color starting tonight, second half of the season. It's time for teams to start to tune it up for the playoffs. We'll talk MVP. Who do you think and what do you think when it comes to your MVP choices? Who do you think is going to be there in the end? And how is that going to play out? Plus, you got free agent buyouts are happening. Right now, I guess the biggest story would be Russ has joined the Clippers, and we've already seen video of Russ walking around practice looking like he's wanted. They want him there, and he feels good about it. We'll discuss. Do you think that's going to make a difference, or is it just going to be more entertainment with the National Basketball Association, which we affectionately like to call on this show one of the biggest soap operas in the history of soap operas? Also, NFL free agency will probably kick in here pretty soon. Quarterbacks on the market. A lot of quarterbacks out there. Where are the quarterbacks going to go? Are they going to your favorite team? Big names like Aaron Rodgers, Derek Carr from the formerly with the Las Vegas Raiders, Lamar Jackson, who I can't seem to decipher if Lions fans want Lamar or not. I don't know what y'all want to do, but you're gonna figure it out. Who knows? But we'll talk that though. What's your thoughts? What would you do to get him? What would you give up? What would you trade if you had to get a hold of somebody like Aaron Rodgers? But most of all, where do you think they're going to land? So we got a lot to cover tonight. That much more on the Academy Sports Show. All right, just a reminder, as I stated before, you can always follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, at the Academy Sports Show. You can follow me personally at JWillow2 on Instagram. You can also follow me on Facebook at Joel Williams. And don't forget, we are simulcasting. All right. We love to simulcast. I don't know. Is that a thing? I don't know if I said that right, but anyway, yeah, we are simulcasting. Um, Also with our partnership, the Mafia Sports Report. So make sure you check them out on YouTube. Mafia Sports Report. They do great shows, great topics. Obviously, if you don't know Mafia Sports Report, their biggest their biggest fan base or their love comes strictly for the Buffalo Bills and the Bills Mafia. So there's always something interesting going on, something interesting to talk about. Make sure you check them out and subscribe to their show as well. And we appreciate you, Mafia Sports Report, for partnering with us in our endeavors here in the podcast land. All right. So, yeah, let me know you're here in the building because it's about to be time for trivia night. We got a little special trivia night tonight. Like, you know, Academy Sports Show appreciates those who come in and watch us and support us. We're doing a little giveaway tonight. All right, but I can't give away if there's nobody to give away to. So, little giveaway tonight. You know, times are, I'll call them hard. They're interesting. We're all trying to make it, but we are living in the world of inflation right now. And in that world, you know, sometimes you got to get some gas. So, the Academy Sports Show, we're giving away a gift card that you can use however you please, but think about gasoline or something like that. But we're giving away a $25 gift card. So the person who gets tonight's trivia question right can get your information, and we are going to send you a gift card on behalf of the Academy Sports Show. So shout us out, man. Let people know that the show has started. Let us know we're here, and we're gonna get this show on the road. So I see we got 3 people in the building. My mom's the only one that said hello. If anybody else is there, shout us out. Let us know you are here. All right, let's get it, man. We ain't gonna stop this show. Just waiting on folks. It's trivia night. And this week, like I said, we are not going to do our traditional trivia where remember the scoreboard is the host 3 and the field 2. We are currently winning in trivia night. However, tonight is all about you. So we are going to give you the opportunity tonight to answer some questions and find out if you're going to win this $25 gift card. So I'm going to take a moment here, do a little pause, and let's see if anybody else joins as we prepare to reveal the question. All right. So, trivia night tonight. Our topic for trivia night is NBA All-Star performances. So over the weekend we had the NBA All-Star game, and a lot of the talk after the game ended was the game wasn't that great. There were some moments, but there was a lot of talk about the three-point shooting contest and the dunk contest. Mainly the dunk contest where Max McCloud clung, whatever his name is, obviously you'd understand why I'm not getting his name right if you were watching, because we had never heard of him. So he dominated the dunk contest. Not only did he score 350s in this contest, he made all of his dunks on the first try, which hasn't happened in a while. If you've been a dunk contest fan, we've seen some where it was just bad. And this one was electrifying, as many will put it. So, in the theme of NBA All-Star Weekend performances, tonight's trivia question is based on that. Remember, no Google fingers, no Twitter fingers. Don't go searching this. Gonna give you a clock. Gonna give you some time to answer. If you get it right, you will win a $25 gift card from the Academy Sports Show on behalf of myself and Trey. All right, here's your question. Got to put it in the chat once you think you got it right. Name the youngest players to ever win a slam dunk competition and a 3-point competition. Name the youngest players to ever win a slam dunk competition and a 3-point competition. I will wait for you, and you can go now. The youngest players to win a slam dunk championship and youngest players to win a 3-point competition. See what you got. Let's see what you got. All right, give you about another 10 seconds. If nobody answers, then I guess we don't have much to say tonight. We're not really giving away any gift cards. Let's see. All right, 10 seconds. I'll count it down. 5, 4, 3, and a 2, and a 1. Gotta ring that bell. All right. No problem. I can run a sports show with a quiet audience. The answer to tonight's trivia is Kobe Bryant and Kyrie Irving. Kobe Bryant and Kyrie Irving were the youngest players to ever win a slam dunk competition and the 3-point competition. Kobe Bryant obviously won the slam dunk competition at the age of 18. Kyrie Irving won the 3-point competition at the age of 20. So those are your winners. Kobe and Kyrie, 2Ks. Nobody got it. So with that being said, we're moving on. All right. Easy breezy. Maybe we'll do that another time and somebody can take advantage of it here on the Academy Sports Show. So moving on. What the meme? What the meme, is one of our favorite topics on the show. We like to cover some different questions, different items based on some of the memes that are out there discussing sports. Sometimes they generate a nice little argument for us here on the show. So the first one up tonight, what the meme? So here's a meme. If you could add an extra boost to each one of these point guards, if you can add an extra boost to each one of these point guards, which one of them would you rather have on your team? So add a boost of health to Derrick Rose, a boost of LeBron's athleticism to Chris Paul, a boost of Steph Curry's shot to Russ, and a boost of Kawhi's defense to Steph Curry. Who would you rather have on your team? So this one to me, I think comes pretty easy, but I can see some debate depending on where you go with it. So there's two players I think are debatable on who I would rather have. I think I still feel strongly about one of them. However, the two that I would consider would be Derrick Rose plus health and Steph Curry plus Kawhi's defense. Russ, sorry, not a huge fan of Russ. The whole triple-double thing, I don't want to take away what the man did. He did it. It's just, I don't know. Didn't feel very, for me, very genuine and just dominant in that sense. I know some people who personally believe he's one of the greatest point guards to ever play the game. I think they're talking the purity of point guard and then the idea that point guards do all of the things that make others great, and triple-double is a sign of that. So him plus Steph's shot would be deadly. Excuse me. But yeah, that is what it is. Chris Paul and LeBron's athleticism. I still think it would just be Chris Paul. His athleticism would make him even better, but it's like a better Chris Paul. I guess I don't know about how dominant or does he ever get any further than he's ever gotten in the playoffs yet. So that's debatable. But I'm going to go with health and Kawhi defense. I feel like Steph is the best out of these four. And so him with Kawhi's defense, I think puts him just in another place. Derrick Rose plus health gives us a glimpse of a great career that was cut short because of health. I mean, the knees, right? But this dude used to jump out the gym. And so if you add health, we could see maybe 5 to 10 more years of a healthy Derrick Rose. He was definitely on his way to winning an MVP back then. So it'd be interesting to see Derrick Rose in that matter if he would have been just even more dominant. So I just feel like in this case, Steph being who he is, plus Kawhi's defense, you got yourself a situation. So I'll go with the Steph Curry and Kawhi's defense. Tell me what you think. Put it in the chat. I see some people joining in. Don't forget, if you're joining in, please let us know you're here or let me know you're here. As you can see, uh, currently right now, I'm rocking Solo Dolo, and I am Solo Dolo tonight as Dre is out adulting as we prepare to head to Tennessee tomorrow. All right, next up. All right, NBA Finals Game 7 on the road. NBA Finals Game 7 on the road. Choose your fighter and why. I just thought this would be perfect for tonight, but it looks like with the crowd being light, we might not be able to have this debate. But I definitely was interested to hear some thoughts on this as we continue to go down this journey of the greatness of LeBron James. As you saw during All-Star Weekend, they reminded us again that he is the all-time scoring champ. We saw the interview with him and Coach K. We saw all these different things. So we're going to be constantly reminded of his greatness. And of course, the GOAT argument has been stirred up again. We have not taken that path here on the show because we've kind of stated it. We've done our piece. Dre is a LeBron James GOAT guy. I'm a Michael Jordan GOAT guy. Is what it is. I've presented some arguments between Dre and I that others have shared that I feel like are tough arguments to be in favor of Mike being the GOAT, but he likes to discredit the person giving the information. So we don't even bother going down that path. But I'll just throw it out there to the audience. NBA Finals, Game 7 on the road. Choose your fighter and why. I mean, for me, I mean, Game 7 on the road, 2016, LeBron in Cleveland. Cleveland! Leave it right there. LeBron in Cleveland. They go into the Warriors den and they knock them off. First time winning an NBA title, 2016. I was ecstatic. I was jumping up and down. I was so excited. I ended up going to the parade with my boys, million people downtown Cleveland, enjoying it. I'm still choosing Mike. I'm still choosing the guy I think is the GOAT. I'm still choosing the GOAT. Got to. 6-0. If Mike doesn't go play baseball, they win 8 in a row. I'm sorry, Houston, but those teams weren't better than the Bulls. They wouldn't have been better than those Bulls teams of 94 and 95. But if I feel like that's pretty much where you are with that, I'm going MJ. I mean, he never got to a Game 7 because he didn't have to. Stu ended most people's careers in Game 6. Ended most people's seasons in Game 6. Hey, it's not a knock on him, but that's how I'm rocking. So I'm going Game 7 on the road. I'm going MJ. Again, tell me what you think. If you listen to this after the fact, after we've gone live, you're just watching this on YouTube, catch up. Drop a comment. Let us know what you think. Who you going with? So I got a message from Texter. Texter writes, Jordan all day. GOAT. See? That's what I'm saying. All day. To me, it's 23 in red and black. But hey, your choice. That's the fun of the argument is you get to make the choice. All right. Last meme of the day. What the meme here on Academy Sports Show. The infamous start bencher cut. Again, keeping the theme of the whole All-Star Weekend and talking about the greats and passing, Carter had Karl Malone and Wilt and LeBron up there on stage together because LeBron's, now the scoring champ. You got all this greatness happening and all these people making these comments and all these, you go on Instagram, you can find all these different stories about guys talking about how when they played against MJ and they talked that trash and what MJ did and they played against Kobe and they talked a little trash what Kobe did. You don't hear a lot of trash talking about with LeBron and how he's a killer like that. But he's always been a different player. They've challenged him on that mentality, different mentality than Kobe and Michael, arguably. But start bench cut, man. The greatest, for some people, arguably the 3 greatest players of all time. I'm here for it. Surprise, no student night. No DC tonight. It's a weird Thursday. Maybe a lot of people, in Detroit, we had an ice storm yesterday. So Maybe people just don't have power and they didn't sign on tonight. Not sure. A lot of people in a lot of places, but it's a tough one. I'm gonna be honest with you. Start, bench, cut. Deuce's dad is in the building. Deuce's dad, welcome to the show, man. Appreciate you joining us tonight. Came in at a good time, sir. Start, bench, cut, and don't be a Pistons fanboy right now. Be an NBA guy for me, Deuce's dad, because I can already hear you not you just the Pistons loving you is always prevalent. But just be a basketball guy. Just be a basketball fan. Start, bench, cut. Pops, my dad is in the building. Welcome to the show. Appreciate you. As always, it's Go Blue. What you got? Let's see if there's a... Woo, okay. We got a Pistons guy commenting. Well, you know what? I commend you, Deuce's Dad 11, because you Pistons fans don't like MJ. And so much so that you won't even acknowledge this man's greatness in discussion like this. But tonight you have taken that step, and I appreciate it. You're gonna start MJ, you're gonna bench Kobe, you're gonna cut LBJ. Ooh, that's a tough one, man. You're cutting LeBron. You're cutting LeBron. Pop's question is: start, bench, or cut? Who you starting out of this trio? Who you benching? Who you cutting? This is a toughie. Who are you starting? Who are you benching? Who are you cutting? Let's see here. Let's see what we got here. Texture right, start Jordan, bench Kobe, cut LeBron. All right, 2 for 2. 2 for 2 on the start. MJ, bench Kobe, cut LeBron. Man, y'all realize what you're doing right now? I just want to, I'm by myself tonight, so I can take my big spoon. I could just stir this pot. Ugh. You're cutting LeBron James. Let's just let that sit with you for a second. You're cutting LeBron. All right, start, bench, cut. Kobe Bryant, Mike Jordan, LeBron James. My answer, doggone it, I agree. Now, if you asked me 5 years ago, my answer would have been start Mike. It would have been bench LeBron and it would cut Kobe. But I came into an appreciation of Kobe Bryant later in his career and afterwards as well. Unfortunately, God rest his soul, he's not with us any longer. Still can't believe that. But he just was different. He was the second coming of Mike. And so, unfortunately, LBJ gets the short end of the stick here. So, I'm with you guys. Let's start Mike. Let's cut Cobes. Let's bench Cobes and let's cut LBJ. I can't believe I'm saying that. In the Cleveland guy and all, but that's what it is. And since you guys are just joining us, you weren't with us previously, the previous meme, just so you can see it. NBA Finals Game 7 on the road. Who are you choosing? You going in with LeBron fighting or you going in with MJ? Who you rocking with? I'm interested to know. Pops, he said, start Kobe, bench MJ, cut LeBron. Man. All right. Now we starting Kobe over Mike. How do we do that when Kobe is the prototype? Mike is the prototype and Kobe is the second coming. Kobe is the next gen. You giving Kobe the nod over Mike? Whew. All right, coach. I love to hear you have that conversation with Kobe and Mike. You gonna let Mike know tonight, hey, buddy, you coming off the bench tonight. You're the first man off that bench tonight, Mike. Be happy to hear that one. Deuce's dad said this is an easy one. MJ all day. I agree with you. I'm going MJ game 7 all day long. All day long. All right, moving on. So let's get into it a little bit. NFL free agency will be upon us here pretty soon. Your 2023 free agency storyline is quarterbacks. All right, quarterbacks. What is happening with the quarterbacks? there are some big names being floated around. All right. Big names being floated around. One of them being my man. That bad man, number 12, plays up in Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers. All right. You got Mr. Carr from the Las Vegas Raiders on the market. You got Lamar. And you got Jimmy Garoppolo. So, question is, one, where or what landing spot is most interesting for each quarterback? What landing spot is most interesting for each quarterback? Aaron Rodgers obviously still under contract. A lot has to happen for Aaron Rodgers to move. And a lot means if you want Aaron Rodgers, you're going to have to give up something. Because if I'm Green Bay and I've got him under contract, you got to give me something. All right. So the Sean Payton rule is in effect. There's going to be some compensation for this, some compensatory picks, as they would say in the NFL. But there's going to be something that has to happen here for Aaron Rodgers to be moved out of Green Bay and then placed in an environment where whoever he lands with, he makes them a Super Bowl contender and or favorite, depending on where he lands. You have Mr. Carr himself from the Las Vegas Raiders. All right, just cut before I think they were about to give him his additional $40 million for still being on the roster. So he has been cut. He seems to have been taking it well. You know, he was at the All-Star game, and you saw the clip went out where he was doing really well in one of the activities, and Ryan Clark asked him about it, and he goes, "Yeah, if I ought to be hot. If I was that hot, maybe I wouldn't have ran out of Las Vegas." Paraphrasing there. Don't direct quote me, but he seems to be taking it pretty well and looking forward to his next landing spot. Then you have Lamar Jackson, who basically said, "Forget y'all. I'm gonna take a chance on myself." Unfortunately, he took a chance on himself, got hurt, and he never came back. That was a big story. He never came back, didn't make it to the playoffs, didn't travel to the playoff game. And so, of course, there's the narratives that are circling around him. Is he being selfish? Is he just looking out for himself? Was it a team thing? Are the Ravens being supportive? Are they pushing for him to be a franchise quarterback? So forth and so on. So Lamar could be out. Again, very interesting. And then it just seems like every year Jimmy Garoppolo is always free. I don't know. Just always seems to be the free agent. He always seems to be the next guy who's able to somehow make us think that he can lead a team to a Super Bowl by being Jimmy Garoppolo, which I don't really believe, because every time he's gotten pretty far, he's had a really good supporting cast. So I don't really look at him as a guy you're gonna bring in to carry. You're gonna need to definitely put some pieces around him, but his name is being floated out there as well, and there are quarterback openings all over the league. So the big spots, you have the New York Jets. The New York Jets. All right. You have the Baltimore Ravens in play, because do they have a quarterback? Do they not have a quarterback? The 49ers are in play. Last year, or if you recall, in the playoffs, they played Philadelphia, and it was a question of whether or not Christian McCaffrey was going to be the next quarterback, because they were flat out of quarterbacks. So you got the Brock Purdy saga. You got Garoppolo. You got the Trey Lance situation is still there. So where can these players land to make a splash? Do you think there will be any movement, or is this all hype? Talk to me. Is this all hype? Will there be some movement? Detroit Lions fans, do you want Lamar Jackson? Do you want Mr. Carr? Do you want either of these guys here in Detroit? Do you want to have another bad season and continue to build in the draft? How do you want that to play out, Lions fans? By the way, I lost my bet. Dre's all-star team that he selected versus my all-star team selected. We had a bet going that the person who has the player on their team who ends up winning the MVP wins the bet, and the loser has to do something requested by the winner. Dre won because he had Jason Tatum. Y'all know my love for Jason Tatum is just super sky high, and it's not really. Um, however, that required me to sing the Lions touchdown song, fight song or whatever. I don't know. Can it be a fight song of your NFL team? Or at least a portion of it. But since Trey is not here tonight, I will not be singing, so you have to tune in next week for that because I am in my word. I will live up to and on my bet and go ahead and do it. But yeah, I'm supposed to sing that. I'm not looking forward to that. But anyway, next QB. Do you want Lamar? Do you want any of these teams? Do you want to see your team have any of these teams? My team, Browns, looking forward to Deshaun Watson in year 2 or year 1.5. Look, he was starting to pick it up at the end of the season. Offense was starting to churn. They've made some changes. I like the DC pick. I like the special teams coordinator pick. So we'll see how that goes. But that's not what we're here to talk about at this time. Free agency. These guys could be out there. Lamar probably will be out there. Carr is out there. A-Rod's going to take some work for you to get that done. Jimmy Garoppolo's name's always in it. Who you taking? Do you want him on your team? I think the perfect landing spot, if Aaron Rodgers is going to leave Green Bay, which is so weird to say, I think perfect landing spot for him is going to either be the New York Jets or the San Francisco 49ers. I've always said this about Green Bay. When they have a running game, he's dangerous. He's lethal. When they have a running game and he's got a number one receiver, they are really hard to beat. They didn't have a number one this year. You know this. If you watch football, there was drama with him and his new receivers. So I would say if he goes to either one of those teams, then I would say that's the way to go. Let me see. Who else? Mr. Carr. I think either or again. I'm really thinking the Jets are the place. They're like the quarterback away. But I can see if Lamar doesn't end up with the Ravens, does Carr go to the Ravens? That'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to have him in the AFC North. So where does he land? Do any of these guys come to Detroit? Come on, Lions fans. You mean tell me you wouldn't like that? Well, I know y'all ain't taking Aaron Rodgers, although I think you'd love to have Aaron Rodgers. But would you like Lamar? I mean, if y'all get Lamar, I'm not going to be excited. If y'all get Lamar and fail, I'm going to be extremely happy. So, that's I would love to see. I'm a hater. I am. I troll Lions all the time. So, sorry. I can't help it. All right. Let's see here. What else? So yeah, besides these guys, any other free agents out there? Any other guys you guys want to see get moved around or see some interesting movement? The Broncos are going to be interesting this year. Sean Payton is connected with Russ, and they just announced today Vance Joseph is coming in as their DC. You got the new head coach, Mr. Gannon from Philadelphia, now headed down to Arizona. And then one of the most interesting hires is the Eric Bieniemy move from the Kansas City Chiefs, Super Bowl winning Kansas City Chiefs, as an offensive coordinator to the Washington Commanders as the offensive coordinator. That is an interesting saga because why? Like he literally made a lateral move. Now, what we see a lot in the NFL is we see a lot of guys move up the ranks. And once you become a coordinator, that's usually the next level is head coaching. Now, let's admit the NFL has a minority head coaching issue. Not a lot of minorities as head coaches. This is a problem. Eric Bieniemy's name has been floated out there years over years about being a head coach. He never can break through to become a head coach. While we've had one or two that have in the past, he never could. Some players like Shady McCoy have gotten online and said, this guy's a jerk as a coach, and he's just not he's not a player's coach, So does he get a bad rap? That's a question that has to be out there. but he literally made a lateral move. So he had to get out from under Andy Reid to go to the Commanders to prove that he's a play caller, that he's a guy that's making things happen. I had Stu reach out to me in the instant message or in my DM and Facebook and ask for us to talk about it on this show. I don't think Stu's here, but do we have a double standard here? Is there something there? You see other coordinators do things, and you hear the commentators say, that's impressive. That's this, that's that, that's this, and they call the guy by name. But whenever they talk about the Chiefs, the adjustments they talk about, they always credit Andy Reid. It's Andy Reid, Andy Reid, Andy Reid. Now, we all know over the narratives that can be created by the media. Is that a narrative? Is that strategically being done to keep Eric Bieniemy from getting that head coaching job? What are your thoughts? Is it fair? So there's a lot there to unpack. And we can get into it more in the future. But it's just some things to think about. He is now the OC with Washington. They need a quarterback. Could be one of these guys, right? If he gets a quarterback, if he gets a Mahomes caliber of player, if he gets a top 1/3 of the NFL quarterback type, they have some talent. Their defense is always usually pretty strong. They could use some more wide receiver help. They get a healthy, big target for a tight end. And then do we see the Eric Bieniemy offense, right? Is it a playoff of Kansas City? He had to have picked up something. He had to have learned something in Kansas City to where it's a big deal, right? He can do what he saw happen and then doesn't transfer. So it's going to be interesting to see. Man now has 2 rings as a coordinator. Now he's making a lateral move to become a coordinator. So a lot to talk about there. A lot we can cover. We'll cover it going forward as always. Appreciate you joining us tonight as always. Moving on to our next topic. We talked about it a little bit. NBA All-Star Weekend. What are your thoughts? Boom, boom, boom. You get a bell. Let me be honest with you. Didn't watch Saturday night. Watched the recordings. Definitely watched the highlights. Highlights were entertaining. Always fun to watch the stars support, but always fun to watch guys who can do what's being done and in some way, shape, or form. It's always fun to watch them be amazed by their peers. I always think that's the coolest thing. And what we saw in the dunk contest was we saw guys if you go on YouTube and watch it, check out some of the highlights on whatever different social media platforms you're on. The dunk contest was entertaining. It was extremely entertaining. Definitely got you about to see. Definitely got the oohs and the ahs. The TNT crew is always great. I thought that was great. 3-point contest. I called it. Dame time. All right, Dame time. He won 3-point contest. Got himself a little bit of a trophy there. So that was cool. Overall, though, still feel like it's getting stale. What can they do next? The NBA is a master at ideas. Dre and I talked about this. We were watching the game on Sunday. They're a master of ideas. The NBA has now made the draft of the players like pickup ball. So did you think that was cool to watch LeBron and Giannis pick their teams live? I thought it was okay. Like how the Joker got up and just put himself on LeBron's team. Like, oh, I know you're going to pick me. So we thought that was funny. Giannis picking Ja Morant during the reserve portion of the selection. And Ja's a starter. So that was funny. So it was funny to see the personalities and everything. And again, hear the guys from TNT talk about it. Again, what'd you think? The NBA, again, great at drama. They were able to generate some. The game, however, boring, bad, just bad. When it came down to getting competitive, it didn't really get that way. Never really felt like there was a battle there at the end. The LeBronies were coming back. and it was like, oh, if you miss this next shot, they hit a three. But you kind of knew the Elam ending was going to win out, and Giannis was going to get his first victory, and JT got his MVP. Now I have to sing this song. So again, tune in next week for the song. I'll be singing the ending of Go Lions touch. Yeah, you scored a touchdown. I don't know what it is. But anyway, leave your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about it? And we'll talk about it. All right. Last but not least. All right, mid-season has come to an end. Break time's over. It's time to play ball. Time to roll them out. Time to see where people are going to end up when it comes to seeding, getting into the NBA playoffs. Buyouts are happening. Your most recent buyout, like I said, is Russ. Russ is now with the Clippers, and saw a video of him today walking around being excited about being with the Clippers. And I think he tweeted, "It's nice to be somewhere where you're wanted." All right. So they want you there. Question is, can you make a basket? Can you be a difference maker? I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be hilarious if you can't, but we'll see. So he's landed, and others are going to land somewhere. Kevin Love, my guy. I think there's talks that he's going to end up in Miami. Not too excited about that, but good luck to you because I enjoyed having you as a Cleveland Cavalier for many, many years. We won a championship, so that was always fun. But who's your MVP? You got the Joker going for 3 in a row. You got Giannis. You got Joel Embiid. All right. You got Jason Tatum. And then this is my image for, then you have the field. So that is a field. So who do you think is going to win the MVP? Give me your predictions. I'm going to go. I feel like that the what they call that, the fatigue, right? They talk about how I think the Kobe fatigue is why Nash won a MVP. He took Kobe's MVP. The LeBron fatigue. That's why LeBron didn't win so many in a row. Who's going to win it this year? Interesting. I'm interested to know. Does Giannis get one back? Does Embiid finally break through and get one? Does Tatum get the respect of his peers and of the media and get one because the Celtics are battling for the number one spot in the East and best record in the NBA? Or does Nikola Jokic get it? Does Luka get it? I mean, there's other guys too, right? But does the Joker get it for a third time in a row? I'm going to go with a yes. So that's my prediction. I got the Joker. And the reason I got the Joker is because he's won it 2 years in a row. And now this year, the man's a triple-double machine. And in positionless basketball, being that big fella like that and being that guy where you facilitate, he rebounds, he makes shots, but he's making others around him legitimately better. And that Denver Nuggets team is playing really well. I'm going with the Joker for a third one. All right, for a third one in a row. My pop said, congratulations to Utah for winning the skills competition. Yay, Utah. All right. So I'm going Joker. Who you got? Who's your MVP? Again, Giannis, Embiid, Tatum, Joker, the field. Maybe it's Luka. Does Luka come back in and steal it here at the end if the Mavericks make a run with now him and Kyrie being paired up? What do you think? All right. Who do you think it's going to be? I'm going with the Joker. I'm going to pick the Joker to win his third in a row. I think he's going to be making some history there. But just the man, he just raised his level of play again. Now he's a triple-double machine. He's making everything look good. I agree, Pops. The game is a joke. It is entertainment only purposes. The thing about it I've enjoyed in the past, though, is the Elam ending where they have the target score. And the last couple of years, we've really seen some nice battles, some nice down-to-the-wire play in the fourth quarter. We just were not privy to it this year. All right. So, with that being said, And that's all I got for you tonight, man. It's been 45 nice minutes chilling with you. Just wanted to keep it consistent. Like I said, I rode solo tonight just to make sure we just got something up, make sure we got some content up, just still had a good conversation. Check me out on my Facebook page at Joel Williams. I'm going to post a link. You want to please support my son in his endeavors in our Vertical Rise fundraiser. If you don't know, JoJo, my son, plays 7-on-7, which is basically like AAU football, with one of the best 7-on-7 programs in the Midwest. And the one of the benefits of the program is the exposure to competition all over the country. We've been to Miami. We just got back from Las Vegas. We are now headed to Gatlinburg, Tennessee tomorrow for the weekend, and then in a couple weeks on to New York. I'm sorry, I keep saying New York. On to Atlanta. Then a couple weeks after that, over to Illinois, then down to Kentucky, maybe over to Indiana. So a lot of football, but mainly a lot of exposure for him. He gets to play against some high-level competition. He also gets some exposure because he performs at a high level. It's also a great program because it builds from within, focuses on the student part of being a student athlete, also focuses on some self-esteem, motivational things as well, preparation, the importance of eye contact, shaking the hand, doing all those different things. So again, man, we'd appreciate all the support. Thank you to everybody who's already supported. And again, you can find that link on my Facebook page. I posted it. If you refresh your stream, it's be in your news feed. I'm going to post it again tonight, and please feel free to look out for us and look out for him mainly and support him in his endeavors. So appreciate that. Also, don't forget, we are simulcasting live. We are simulcasting live on Mafia Sports Report. So check them out on YouTube. You check them out. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you trigger that bell so that you could be reminded when they come on as well. Great shows, a lot of different topics that they cover. And also, don't forget to follow us again on Instagram. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram at Academy Sports Show. You can also follow us at our individual pages. You can follow Dre at Andre Douglas on Facebook, Joel Williams on Facebook for me, JWill_Jwill02 on Facebook as well. I'm sorry, on Instagram. And I don't know, for some reason I'm drawing a blank on Dre's on Dre's Instagram, but that's the beauty of it. I can just pull that up. There it is. Dre_on_air. That's Dre_on_air on IG. So you can follow him there as well. So you always know what's going on. But mainly, we are always on YouTube. So if you follow us on YouTube, make sure you trigger that bell. You'll know when we go live every Thursday night, right around 7:30 or so. Sometimes a little later, because we are dads. We are adults. We do have jobs. And we do have to take care of business. So we do that stuff as well. So on behalf of myself, Joel Williams, and myself, Joel Williams, but in his absence, my guy, Andre Douglas. Appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Make sure you share this on your pages. Make sure you share it in your feeds. Make sure you let somebody know. Tell a friend. Tell them you'll be here. You're with us every night, and they should come check us out here on the Academy Sports Podcast. We love you. We thank you, and we will see you next week. Peace.